Bremu na nso ansa na no unim se beba pomden komo so se ya ye pese nkrofo ni che nyame am omo nkwa no o ma hweso ye no omo ni ache nti se nyame de African nkrofo mfi ho a ebiri ni ebiri a ye ni omo ani gibom na ya rehwem happy birthday enti happy birthday to Johnson Kwesi Odro Oko School of God's Love Abound School. Oh my man, Auntie Sackley, your water son, and then my happy birthday. Auntie Johnson, and the day dear, oh dear, winning ye, did and a happy birthday to Raymond Corbina, also water son, if so far, and Rasta. Omunina ewo UTV ha wo musenya me se onhyiraw na onye okese and ye husband and so ene me minimia Rose your husband awoda enti to the soulmate and amazing soul of Mrs. Rose Eya, Mr. Theodore Achin Eya of Republic Bank. It's your day today. Happy birthday, your wife, Mrs. Rose Achin of Fidelity, right? Yes, bankers our it's saying, she's wishing you all this. Her prayer for you is that you live long in good health, you will never lack, and every good thing and perfect thing from the Father will be your portion. Have an amazing year, my love. Love note from Rose of it's Absa. I am doing to Fidelity. Rose of Absa Bank. It's Mr. Theodore Achin Eya. It's your day, enjoy. And the Rose at the cake ebemna near the abro. Na wetwem office wo na wakacho mu se oyire no oyewura bankasa if we say oko Wesley Girls High School anye bia mpacho nso oye mobile na heroes say Mr. Iya onye mobile my naturalizing no onye mobile wate afe yeda Zuma Trading Company Limited toothpaste ase or the toothpaste papa ba and they say po yesia yesi echi na mo fi moja na nkata ni mu ekata yesi fita na nim so ye fita fe yen sen femfem yen if we say the toothpaste papa to say Shine X toothpaste, KC Colodent toothpaste, KC Collegel toothpaste and the Nimodent nim toothpaste and ye dey po yense yesi e dey kaka ha yen ti enya de enum bebu agumu da sanse edro ni ye na siesie yense ma yense ahoden na sama yenuma ye hwam na yenframa no so de chechejeje kasa go bi so e wonu mo hwam pa ye sa Zuma enupe enti kodwa so ahwehwe bi na to na fa be pause ye to pa anti atufo so betumi atobi atu aton mo fre 0262 210 660 0262 210 660 and 0202 01 8615. Still, yesterday, say entafona womuti bomo no, siami twins no, e was say ye che womu. Na sikanu nye sika wow, Ghana million be se enum eni here. Inti ye say, you can cry bifama, kitu ebiensha, say ye checker, MOH Rage Hospital number 1. MOH Rage Hospital number 1 NO now the figure 1 account na say ye mumwa fako 055 261 3553 055 261 3553 and 027 00 7786 027 00 7786. Amen Scientific Care Bar and in the alternative medical hospital so na free one pese yade be posao pese yade be dokro yade ya o yade ya se enti se wo hu hya se se wo ye no fon pe a emfa nko chinchi bebre na omo fo mo nsanke ko mo tumi sa yade na omo asoro no ukwa amen besa so besa ebre besa adaji besa iska na be fayem enti ntempa ya ohun fawi no wa sorry waka no wako Amen Scientific Care Bar and in the alternative medical hospital inshallah Allah shafi or the adreni kanwa ohun beto wo frɛ 020 722 9505 and 0244 227192 and 0277 001234. Amen and I will say Allahu Shafi. Ene ye kasa diafa post traumatic stress disorder. Enu ane ne de brofo ena na Kofi ne Gladys e twro. na me nso de brofo no me ye Shakespeare de me nye Einstein ne omo maka ne de ni bi enti Dr. Yabe obekire brofo yi mu Dr. Mrs. Sandra hwe me kunu no birthday no be mama me no ase ne na de sister Theodora say Theodora ne medina Theodora bia but Dr. Mrs. Sandra Thompson Asan or your research and licensed counseling psychologist ewo Ghana ye ne ne bedi nkomo doka kwa aba
ye nua
empombo ko de
adom na wo so e
awo adom me so me ho ye pa ka me ya sesadi no fa che me
sehwe
embedase na ene de brofo na make no ya ma me brofo nti je post traumatic stress disorder eyeden
okay so ye ka say post traumatic stress disorder simply put na PTSD
okay
as me church mu not PTSD na
say no okay
so adwemu yare ana adwemu ohaw bia e ba ye so se yeshia ohaw bi yeshia atiti bi ana amanie bi ewo abrabomu a sa adwemu ohaw no edan edi wo ye ne ye mu de be bisa
doc yesi bobe si kakra ma one so kakra
okay mpacho better sisia okay de be bisa ne say sa ohaw na bi ne de we he ebi ti say combat as in entokwa between armed forces to say criminal instances you've been attacked at a gunpoint and I say obiaba rob bill you were not expected it just happened suddenly and then also natural disasters atorenchem and then several forms of abuse and it's to me lead and then also vehicular accidents and it's to me lead but one thing I'm a person medical treatment not necessarily say wona assembly to one pe and you end up developing post-traumatic stress disorder. No, obi ogina nchempo hu say AC crap no etimi be traumatized. Otimi asa ohaw ne bi. Na
esa adi hu ne ubobrim ne uyam show prekompe no. Eno na ema ofa saa we eyare.
Ena medi kan kai adwemu yare. Edan ye do abrabo such that affected so many aspects of our brabo. Ahwekra untimi nkwa adwuma. Ahwekra wadan fu femu no eso bete. Afei obedan ne ye bia kan no nanka eni ho. Edi. Because I are in fact ye di kan who were war veterans during the World War I.
Okay.
Omo started dying so suban these
those times.
Those times upon here from your friend shell shock.
Okay.
Psychologists in you until later na ebe hu say tai esisi wo omo ko wo mu ne other people omo experience traumatic events no and you capture what we call the DSM, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual.
I see. Because oka soldier for say bia konwo anka be ka say na sa no me amigina hono na me benya sa yade PSD bia na say soldier ni nu ana police ni nu omo anya omo ntokwa no unse oka say combat say emfa say ti say adwira asem asi enti sa no soldier ni nu ana police ni nu obetumi afa PSD mu ena omo so omo ye protest no so betumi afem
good enti PTSD no wa owo ho asem ni siye enya direct effect on you ebi kwa upraye etoni bi ball wo betumi enya
okay
ena wa ugina nchen kra wo hu se ye tutu abobi ana se ye pra obi no wo so utumi nya sana PTSD
ye betimi ahwe ne ti se obi a ojan o kai pe o se me ye mahye me me pesa me kai ade kro no kra si ye ni biem no
enti
eno sa na yare ni bia
ye bia but enne no ye bebre enye ba ko pesa wo ye mahye keke enti enne ye ni bitumi ye te se wo mu akwa na asem na twam ko no wo ho a wo dan suban bia dia sif se asem no san esi biem ebi wo crowd sound bia na wo ye mo ahyew eno no de unya hu se ana wo ho dan suban ne de na for the flashbacks o ya wo se san esi you relive the experience say other things say affect you sleep
intimi ma on na on
o be very anxious usra de mo wo kwa na wo hwe wachi se obi ba
Okay. On take she, on take Quebec say be out to chichire. But we don't take you cry, so be ba.
Adiwe, a bit me say beam. When next time Benna, Nipano or two to better, and I turn by Twaba me fear has say, and I got Twaba simisi.
Okay.
And I near any bisu almost started a blame you on home. Almost go through that, almost started blame you on home. Obey me, I can be to say, where they am from soa. Menjai abofre mana impie saa time we ya kasa asem we nto nti ne na obe dan ne dini de bebre.
Oh, I see. Anyway, there's will be at me from tea here say we just are ahwan mu saa na enya.
Good. Nti de meka ne say obi at me fam. Abofra kra ntumi nkasa so ye traumatizer or show on non-verbal behaviors or dan ne ye bi edi ema hu. An instance abofan has been maybe raped. Okay. Abofan such a color live lobe pieba ko di agbafe osura de. Say bia mema kwa no be hu a odwane from a mema. Ebia ne nkomodin bibia so te omu a osun edidie kro ntimi ndidi ontimi ndanti. Omo no mu show non verbal one. Na adult no so no painful sorry. Some too be show non verbal behavior. Others so be kasa so Emma wehu, but then no unhu bebre wo mo ne yemu sani pay say or go through sa experience they will be realizing say ontimi nko ejuma bi we realize say ne nan for famu so ate e bia de bi o hihye dem e wo kwan nkyana ne buafu so we ne eniye ni bia on be dan ne dima wehu to bia etimi efemu
enti me a ade ne wo me ho no me de hu say de ye kan PhD bi na me famu.
Okay, so I did my say, "Unimuye."
Okay.
Wa ho fa mem say na o take care of yourself. Unimi nyina. Wejuma yem unim bibia. Suddenly, o encounter say experience we afi eso started. Unya time ma wankasa ho dressing. O mpesa obeko nipem. Say na o ye wade ye fa no productivity aye low. So also started to notice yourself, say, this is what you are going through. But usually, more than across a certain line, more and I'm who say,
this is across a certain line.
Okay, so young father say, Ebiani Pacono, depending on say, there were several factors lead to PTSD, no.
Okay.
But a biological aspect. It's me for your family. So a typical case is Holocaust survivors of a friend say Holocaust survivors some more munya PTSD no.
Okay.
And how mu develop a PTSD.
Okay.
Study shows say omoma are likely to also encounter the experience omo nya.
But you two omo mama ni omo papa mo no omo ni ho.
Yes, but then it's in a gene. Why inheriting? So that is the biological aspect. There is also what we call the neurochemistry. It has to do with studies that shows more PTSD, usually more high levels of adrenaline. That is the biological part. And then there will also the cognitive part. Cognitive part now to say we call something schemas. The way out in your massive obi wo hwa o losing a loved one and a dofu bi wu a the obeka chere ne ho say oh we dear unfortunately say atomy a part of life. Inti mami nje mu na mi nkomanim obi so obeka say hey asimesi na eye me omo re from your friends external locus of control for no asimesi na oye me na na bi spirit be is behind it na fe I start enya effect on you and your friend ba ko bi so catastrophizing and no has to do with enchechemu a de ma asem na ato no so
okay
and no na e lead to in the year now we started dining. Okay. And you what the social aspect. Social aspect is more of what we call the risk factors. Risk factors typical case of Arabs abroad migrated to US now. So what happened is that traumatic event mu ako. They were largely discriminated against yeah from one traumatic event to the other. In this instance, no, either say in the end or dining a maintain and a be even worse. Then we have the protective factor. That one has to do with say someone has been traumatized or encounter events affecting heavily.
Okay.
Community and family welcome and find more children and it goes a long way nieni bi no started than say obepam no. That is more of the social aspect.
Wa me mama ho do so mfanso nti en fa ne te say nrade esi we adwei. Soldiers wom, police wom, omanfo nso wom. Kai se na bi esi dada na nra nso de no san be boso. Ni sunsanso ewo mo so o madwen mu ni o masetena mu ni sen.
Okay, so currently as I see nra ntom go through several stages. So the first one, emergency stage, where I'm sure say people are coming around to rescue the situation to ensure say it has come to a complete halt and all that. So I'm go through the denial stage. Even be still back I say no, nyame nipa we no we. Asem we yensi eto we da bianto. You begin to deny it. Then with time they go through what we call the rescue stage. So with the rescue stage, this is where if you get people to come on board to assist you, we best start to say, get it over the symptoms. Yes, and we have the short-term recovery and the long-term recovery. In fact, I had to lay more emphasis on now. When people start to encounter such events, they don't want to even see the professionals. They try to handle things on their own. So what I'm saying here is that the moment I say to say a particular case, this is the time they must immediately have psychosocial intervention.
Ghana high.
Because say if it doesn't happen now,
yes, have you looked at the numbers?
Yes, I understand, but I think the government too can play a significant role here. So it happens say na ujemu me kana ote na nipa no begin to think about the event after the days because PTSD you know occur for 30 days. That is where we get to know say there is a problem.
Auntie, and the four aduasa ntam no nti emfa say 1 month bosome na ehun say how wo ho na how ni wo and yes after bosome no ne ho beto no ana ebe didi akoye yare foforo.
Okay, so a typical example is obia washre ne dofo. Washre dofo I expect say naturally no be diarewo obe dan and the bi ni ade di kakra but with time adofo ba ye no ye di wie no ye expect say eso eniye no so bete kakra.
Okay,
but then yenye hu say eniye no guso wo ho onko back to usual self say na wo te kan no wa ho fa be mu ne yen hyedan hu ne yie bibia tochima kakra. That is when na ye be hu say a problem nti or say ye hwe na ye so am. So like I was saying, you know, this is the time also intervention no very effective. We need psychologists on board. We need healthcare professionals on board to attend to this. Because
say one person, I won't say na make no. One person and you obeba be doctor. But in a group like that, yeah, mo yen is saying.
Okay, so in a group like this, in America, so now the major task I will say is since a bigger a crew, no, the major task now will lie on the government, and I'll really plead at this point say they will really send in psychologists, they will send in professionals to go and rescue because a typical case they see what permanence here no. GP
Ghana,
yes, Ghana Psychological Association collaborating with Ministry of Health and Aban two doctors me I was part of them me call. Into your point who say although receive certain forms of help, even financial, social support and all, but some were heavily traumatized. And commodity diemu and a PA say omu hia ye more say yetimi ya administer help it's now for a week now ye bo mo. Fortunately, no. I mean, the good news is that now when you call them, or sometimes they will even call to tell you, say they are feeling better. So the question is, what would have been the long-term effect on them?
You're managing it, if you know, be a psychologist. Yeah, mamma, no me, no me, and now for no be a would any day. Omo licensed and omo research, but they are experienced counseling psychologists. If it's a semba. So for beba, wadam for beba, unia beba, ujumera beba. I mean, uncle for omubera sorry man yina banti obia yebi. Na so said ya can say ye here professional. The management, you know, yeah.
Okay, so I won't rule out the fact says of for bibia omuru na important, very important. Nevertheless, there are people who have been trained to render therapeutic techniques to ensure say a problem no either say about to a complete halt and answer a cocra. Inti ubeka say meka say there are biological, there are there is the sociocultural, and there is the cognitive factor.
Yes.
So in terms of the biological factor, yes, say genes, yes, say high levels of adrenaline. So in this case, we have what we call the anxiolytic medications omodema and kofa go through that. The idea here is that yes, so sure say neurotransmitters na eventually lead to this kind of I mean behaviors. Nevertheless, your massa in drona calm me down for the other therapeutic techniques to take effect, for the other measures now you put in place to help them in terms of the cognitive bits and it's immediate solving problem. There is also what we call the antidepressant for more hypervigilance, because people when you say shipa they be looking out for BBC, when is this going to happen, how much more antidepressants say they are calming or down, send a other cognitive bits, because in terms of healing process and yet just one aspect now a boy healing, because like I said, several contributors. So with cognitive say say send a dream when you have events no go through as a psychologist ni hu a or boy ma what's sasa dream no wait me aka say asime si kwa was na ko yare o na yare obe yare bebetum so say say be how mami o nyame na de ma nyame na oji ma yenje mu ne kan what started dream positively sir one dream say me na be I mean spirit way be na ye me sir na started dream fasa angle na psychologists are we from a different perspective now with him. In terms of sociocultural, also, usually we encourage social support, people around. Like your case here is see and dry. We encourage the people around who are much stronger. No, they should be there to support them. They should almost affect them directly. No, they should give out all the very best that they can do to help. I mean, bring the issue from.
Oh, I see. Yes. Now, Doc, you better me prevent PSD.
PTSD, yes.
PTSD.
Yes. In fact, the Americans say the fact that we were robbed at a gunpoint doesn't mean you too near develop PTSD.
Okay.
It goes back
said
to
your own
good. Study people show say monozygotic twins na identical twins.
Okay.
Yes. Almost high chance na say develop PTSD compared to the dizygotic twins. No.
Okay.
So so and then it also goes back to adrena unya fa issue ne ho.
Okay.
Obeka cha won okay unfortunately wa family phone wa family bibia but me go so ye adwuma metimi agire me ho aye adwuma to ade foforo no so betimi aka me coupled with the social support.
Okay. Nti ye betimi asi ano kwan na ye betimi de asi ano an say ya adwene mu ya yenwen positive kakra o.
Yes, very very important. Yen having that positive mindset.
Na mu wo hemfa because kan no ne ya it's Ghana dey ni psychologist o. E bi ni adok wo hemfa.
Ye wo ha bebre me currently me adwuma Tema International School. There were so many psychologists for all the clinics.
Oh, school mu only clinic.
There be more school mu. And although
yeah, the Mababa International School hobby.
You are very much welcome.
Benefit pa.
Although sometimes we call clinics so even could have sessions with those with pre and post intro, I mean IVFs. No? So sometimes I go there because I also come with its own shock. It comes with its own shock. And yeah, well, bigger association, Ghana Psychological Association.
Okay.
We have so many psychologists there. In fact, unfortunately, we are not so much recognized, but we are also gradually pushing our way out there to be noticed. And issue, the impact we had there, we should let people understand that we are all over. You can always find us in the hospitals.
You very much Professor Joseph Osofo. Prof, good morning. Head of the Psychology Department, University of Ghana. Dr. Mrs. Sandra Thompson Asan, or your research and licensed counseling psychologist. And she said, Asembi how? Asembi chiro so na asembi jiwa sabemu a wadwea ofiefo atufo a onafofo akabia still I say ohun sisi ohun so ntumi nje mu papa omo ho so mbeboa asembi eni ho ayedi na deduanan ti kona kohwe omo na omomoa ene obekire yen PTSD enu anam kai aseme how aseme chiro so aseme jiwa sabemu na wakohwe homwa pacho ye kwa ba mada doctor se ti ye ko ba ye di Ghana nkomo no so bebrem ye basisia. Thank you.